That's cool. Ludwig live edits. Look at this. 4,000 upvotes. Ludwig live edits his YouTube video about the Twitch Adpocalypse to remove Misgift blaming Hasan. The literal tamest criticism. He's not even the one criticizing. Sounds like Misgift may have gotten a call from Hasan. It wasn't Miz. Miz talked to him and he decided on his own. Ludwig misspoke on things Miz didn't say and wanted to correct it. He said on stream yesterday. Yeah, I don't know about any of this shit. I was too busy eating fucking meats. I don't know exactly what time all of this stuff happened. It was either, I assume it was like, you know, either when I was sleeping or when I was eating KBBQ. He was comparing Ludwig's coverage of the Adpocalypse to French collaborators in World War II. Very serious about it, I'm sure. Yeah, these people are fucking hilarious. They claim you have blackmail on all of them. I saw one comment. So they're saying you called Miz to call Lud. You are both the worst person and also one who's in charge of everything and everyone. These people have one speed. Look, guys, this is just how conspiracy theories work. And it's weird that a lot of people have basically created conspiracy theories by doing too much Reddit. And these are probably like normal people otherwise. And by that, I mean, like, they're probably like Democratic Party voters and they are, you know, they make fun of people who are thoughtless about vaccines and stuff like that. And then they basically fucking operate in the same capacity. Like they do QAnon memes, but for one guy only. And that guy happens to be me. Like, do you think that I was like, you know, aware of all the stuff that was happening and I was like, Ludwig, you better not fucking post me in there. Oh, I'm so mad. And then like I texted him and then Ludwig was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so afraid of you, Hasan. Or do you think that maybe what he said, just like this happened last time, what he said is the truth? You got to lawyer up? Brother, you are insane. What do you mean lawyer up? Like what am I going to fucking hire a legal team to be like, hey, these guys are out of their fucking minds? Isn't this also yet another contradiction? They always say you're the dumbest person alive, but you're also playing such 5D chess to pull all these strings. They call you an idiot all the time, but you're somehow the smartest, most manipulative person to be able to control other big content creators. Sounds like neo-Nazi making conspiracies. Yeah. If you did have this control, why would Lud not just send you it for editorial notes? Yeah, I don't know. It is funny because like, the problem here is that these guys, like, they don't understand how fucking unhinged they are. I mean, I saw the Miz clip and this is exactly what he said. And then someone said ban Hasan or even Hasan and something. Miz was like, yeah. And then he said how easy it was to farm LSF. It's amazing that Miz says ban Hasan and this sub somehow spins it as Miz is a Hasan puppet. The brigading in this sub is getting unbearable. We got to be honest. No one actually cares about or believes what is being called out at any level of this. It's entirely bad faith. 100%, that is what this sub has become. And he's right. It's so easy to farm these bad faith posts. There was a really good one. There was a really good insane one. You know what I mean? Considering Twitch has refused to dish out any punishment to Hasan, he was just a 24-hour, 3-day ban to save face and explain to Hasan it's an appeal to advertisers or something. I'm sure a lot of streamers are understanding Hasan has a huge amount of pull within the company. So it's probably not good business practice to go against him. I don't know why Hasan can't accept any form of criticism. If anyone's critical of anything he says or he does, some kind of meltdown and gaslights the person saying, I thought we were friends. This is shitty to do to a friend just saying. Like, what is Hasananon? Yeah. These guys are, this is Hasananon. Hasan has to have compromat on them, right? Flight logs to Epstein Island, videos from P. Diddy's dungeon. Okay, Coke Cherries, stop fucking talking about how much you're drinking, okay? Take a week off and stop drinking. You're being annoying. Stop drinking. Bro, this is like, I'm not kidding. Legit question. Don't you fear for your life? These people are insane. No, because I exist in the real world. And the beauty of it is that like most normal people are awesome and fun and cool. And like Texas is no different. What's really dope about it is like, I go outside. These people don't go outside. You know what I mean? I go outside and meet people all the time. like random Texas gas station. I'm walking out, this dude, he looked real Texan, if you know what I mean. He had a cross and everything, you know? And he's walking out and he's just real shocked to see me. Okay, right in front of him. Walking outside of a Heb gas station. I wanted to get some Zins. And he was like, has anyone ever told you look like Hassan Piker? And I was like, I am him. And he was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, he's like, I gotta take a photo. Like, my friend's not gonna believe this. You just made my day. He was stoked as fuck. Same with when we went to Jew Boy Burgers. Like, Nick was shocked. He was like legitimately shocked at how many people were so stoked. Like, and I think it's more so because like he's like, you know, he probably frequents these places and he doesn't get that kind of response. But like, yeah, the place we went to is called Jew Boy Burgers. It's fucking excellent. But like, it's just, I don't know. It's like normal human beings that don't spend all of their fucking time like fantasizing about like these psychotic conspiracy theories are, you know, they're not roaming the real world, which is why I'm like not necessarily worried about all that stuff. The mental illness has gone insane. It's such a normal human interaction and the freaks are out in full force. It was clickbait misinformation on Miz was talking about. Miz was making a joke on Hassan. Miz was talking for like 10 minutes before the possible scenarios. Destiny viewers are absolutely insane. People are making it seem like Adpocalypse on Twitch is this multifaceted issue instead of the fact that their community has been mass emailing advertisers to pull out of Twitch because of their weird obsession with Hassan. Interesting to see how he spins this one. Is he going with the classic video was underperforming excuse? Like, rabid, dude. Rabid. Going from one single mention of Hassan in the video to zero. Insane. And the fact that normal people like you is what makes these people go so hard to take out your good name. They're so sad. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this works for like some people. My point is, I'm sure this works for some people. And they probably look at this and go, damn, this guy must be like the absolute worst person on the planet. This is hilarious. We need a pride flag for unemployed people. Like a lot of people I suspect that are, you know, entirely too busy to give a shit about any of this stuff will probably look at this and go, yeah, I guess this guy's a real villain, and then not really think about it. But overall, I think if people were to focus on it on their own, if people were to like, if people were to go in to the situation and make up their own minds, they will realize that this is ridiculous. That's it. There is 0% chance that if you were primed into fucking hating me because you saw a bunch of clips out of context and you came in here and you sat your ass down and you watched me for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes interacting with other people, talking about whatever political issue you thought I had the exact opposite opinion on, you would be like, okay, never mind. I was misguided. That's it. But there's not really much I could do about other people's mental illness. You know what I mean? And there are people like that in here. There are literally people like that in here right now. There are people like that who came in here who probably were like, Hassan, I heard a lot about how you're like pro-Russia. And then they start hearing me talk about Russia. And they're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he's not pro-Russia. I don't know why the fuck people were saying that. You know, I have a mass, like, this is not a normal circumstance. I don't think most people have ever experienced like a mass serial cyber stalking, cyber harassment operation like this. It is what it is. Anyway, today we're going to talk briefly about the Adpocalypse shit, and the Ludwig video is on the playlist, so we'll get started on this. But apparently people in my Discord, I asked this morning about what the drama was, and they were saying that his like his coverage on this was awful. Adrian is online. Thank you for the 10 community gifted subs. Loner Box right now is saying that you're telling other streamers to help you promote terrorism. Oh, bro. Little bro's going to break 100K on one of these videos again. I promise. Okay. You never blasted off? Oh, shit. You're right. I forgot. Holy fuck. I'm invested, dude. Yeah, let's blast off real quick. We'll talk about RFK Jr. Yes, new lighting. Okay. UFC Trump night. Yeah, boner box going. Boner box. I like that this is what political commentary in like the supposedly intellectual realms of debate have have basically devolved into, which is just straightforwardly and earnestly lie about other people with the hopes that like their audience never goes there and checks for themselves. Sad state of affairs. I mean, it's expected. Oh fuck, you're on. I saw you're playing on Insta and I just assumed I'm not streaming. Come on, chatter. You thought I would skip a day? What are you, out of your mind? You speaking at USC shows something none of these debate lord weirdos could ever do. I met you at the Texas gas station, dude. Usually catch you on YouTube on the fan channels. You helped me lose weight and now I'm wrestling. Oh, let's go. That's the guy. I met you at the gas station in Texas. You've helped me lose weight, and now I'm at my wrestling rate in high school. Thanks, man. Meeting you was the highlight of my trip. That's me. I'm from Minnesota. Oh, okay. My man wasn't even Texan. Dean is so funny because Dean saw this dude pull up to me. Okay? He saw this dude pull up to me, and he was worried. He was putting gas in the car, and he thought like this dude was an op. And he like rushed inside after the conversation was over. And I was like, nah, it's all good, man. He's just a fan. He was the homie. He was chill. I met you at Texas at the gas station, dude. I usually catch you on YouTube fan channels. You helped me lose weight. And now I'm at my wrestling weight in high school. Thanks, man. The roommate was just jealous. Hell yeah. That's got to be a real trip. It's a fucking random ass gas station. You're walking out, you see me. You're not even from Texas. Random ass gas station in Texas that you're walking out of. And I'm just walking in. I'm legit scared some fucking psycho will roll up on you one day, but that's probably just the anxiety. Yeah, my attitude on stuff like this is you can't think about it. Like, you can't let that sort of thinking cloud your mind. That's why I'm super chill about it, even though people say I'm insane for not worrying about like the psycho stalkers and shit. Because like if I were to think like that every day, I would go insane, dude. I'm sure there's like a valid reason for why people would have a healthy level of anxiety in these sorts of situations. But like, I can't live like that. You know what I mean? I can't live like that for a multitude of different reasons. One, I can't let these losers dictate my life. I'd never think about them in the real world. That's not even a thing that ever crosses my mind. The thing that annoyed DGG Reddit and all is the fact that Elwig said that the Adpocalypse would only last a month because of how important Christmas is to advertisers. Elwig is correct. Also, it doesn't even seem like there is like a full-blown Adpocalypse happening because there are some people who have been hit like Hasan, but it seems like Lacey and Ronaldo and others that were also claiming that their ad revenues were getting targeted were actually just memeing. They were meta chasing. They were just trying to clip farm. And like Hasan's ad revenue was cooked. They took it out. And I think the reason why his ad revenue was taken away is because of the Iran tag, right? And there are plenty of other content creators who are saying that like their ad revenue has not even remotely gone down. So yeah, like Nick is fine, it seems. Kai is getting ads, it seems. And for me, since you don't play ads anymore, they clip it like this. Open a different stream where an ad is playing. Switch to a clip of you to make it look like the ad was playing on your stream. So dishonest. Can you please show me that? That's amazing. Yeah, XQC said he was fine. Like, I think a lot of people are just fine. Yeah, there is no ad revenue for sure if you're on the politics tag. Like, if you're a political streamer, there's no ad revenue at this moment. I'm sure that will also change. Like, because it's a new CCL label, content classification label, there's probably not like a way to get ad revenue for it specifically. Dan Saltman shows how he implies ads are playing on Hasan's content.
What was happening here? That we got an ad? That's weird. How did we get an ad on Hasan's page? Oh, it's because Hasan was hosting someone, but I was still on this page, and the ad plays right here. Okay? This is a legitimate thing that happened. Okay?
What?
They were Hasan was hosting someone. Thank you for hosting someone, Hasan. We were actually on this URL right here.
J Balvin, we're so proud of your sponsorship with
This is a great
Cheetos.
site.
Let's get you on our wall of fame.
Yo, that's hilarious, dude. What the fuck? Yo, he's so mentally ill. I was looking into it, and it looks like ads on the Politics CCL are opt-in, so an ad buyer has to know about it and opt in for their ads. Bro, this is... DGGers are smugly watching streamers freak out about losing like 80 to 90% of their ad income. It has been gross. Yeah, but it hasn't even really been happening. Like, that's the other thing. It doesn't seem like it's happening. I mean, you can literally see an ad on Laura Lux's stream while this is occurring. You know what I mean?
With the brand below.
My mom gonna be so proud.
Cheetos, official sponsor of J Balvin's Fingertips.
Oh.
Like, do you see what I mean? Looks like Apple is coming back to do some advertising on Twitch. Interesting choice. What is this?
City awards scholarships to 98% of incoming freshmen, totaling over $57 million every year. Apply to DePaul University.
They bought an ad called advertiseontwitch.com. Site that lets you understand how your ads might appear on Twitch. Dude, this is so mentally ill. This is so mentally ill. I don't think these guys understand that, like, the more they do this, the more advertisers can be like, you guys are fucking freaks. Like, this will never go on LSF, just so you guys understand. Like, nothing that actually is correcting the record will ever go on any of these, like, aggregator subreddits, because it goes against the overarching narrative that they're trying to build. So the only thing I can do is basically just show you the truth on this front. On this aspect, like, and basically show you how fucking unhinged they are. And it's hilarious because, like, I'm not running any fucking ads anyway. So, like, I don't like running ads. I never liked running ads. When I got my contract, I specifically negotiated to ensure that I had the minimum amount of ads that I could run. And so I don't give a fuck about the revenue. You know what I mean? I don't. And this doesn't impact me, which is precisely the reason why they wanted to, like, because I don't have my own personal sponsorships either. Normally they would go after, you know, whoever is sponsoring me directly. But because I don't have that, they can't do that. So all they can do is just, like, yell at journalists that write articles about me and, like, harass them, or, you know, go to the platform itself and be like, this guy's an anti-Semite. We got one crazy enough congressperson to say he's an anti-Semite. Now, you also should believe he's an anti-Semite. I'm not, right? But no fucking advertiser is going to be like, I know who this guy is. I know he's not an anti-Semitic person. They're just going to be like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And it's so crazy that this is ongoing for months and months at this point. Hasan is covering this on stream. This is just some of what Destiny's Discord is up to. What is this? If you're interested in sending emails to the Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs, here's some contacts. Ran Natanzan, Head of Innovation and Country Branding. Public Diplomacy Division. Aviv Ezra, Chief of Staff. Like, Consular Washington MFA. Subject, anti-Semitism at Amazon-owned company in the news. Like, this level of dedication is not normal. This level of dedication, and not even still not even being able to achieve the results that you want to achieve, is crazy. And I think part of the reason why it's not working, regardless of how fucking nutty this shit is because it's not true. Is just simply not true. You can try to fucking manipulate clips as hard as you want to, and including but not limited to, like, playing Nazi music over another stream, right? Like, these guys are so invested and so worried about anti-Semitism, supposedly, that they're going after someone who's not anti-Semitic. And not only are they going after someone who's not anti-Semitic, who's combated anti-Semitism regularly, but also on top of that, they're literally playing Nazi music over a stream that I did with Nick Pollum, and then saying, like, it would even be better if he played Nazi music instead of the DPRK song that he played, the Cholima on the Wing. It's like, it's like they're doctoring shit, they're clipping everything out of context. Like, it's just, there is no end to this depravity in an effort to get their desires across. And you know, that's it. Like, look, Apple ads. Looks like Apple's coming back to do some advertising on Twitch. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Okay, should I play it?
Yeah.
I'm ready to hear it.
Like, what would be an issue with this? Like, you have to be the most mentally ill person on the planet to look at this and be like, wow, I can't believe this. I can't believe that. The ad was playing on twitch.mira. The Apple ad was playing on Mira's channel, by the way. Saying it's not true is great, but you actually have to push back. There needs to be a coordinated effort to show their lunacy. Why aren't you pushing for Dan to be banned for targeted harassment? Because Dan getting banned off of Twitch is not going to change anything. He flipped it over to your clip. The ad wasn't playing on your clip. The ad was playing on twitch.tv/Mira. Oh, there it is. There's the ad. Then we navigated to a different clip. This is just a specific clip in an effort to make it seem like it's playing over this. But it's hilarious because even if it was playing over this, there's not a fucking issue. They say they got you now. What do you mean? Oh no. Anyway, they're snitching to a whole ass government. The bottom text has a disclaimer for protection. Yeah.
It's such a Hasan pick. I've never heard this.
Yeah, this was on Nick's stream. I know. Dude, at what point does this count as malice and defamation? I mean, I think it's pretty malicious. It's pretty obvious that there's an intent to defame, especially because, like, they're pretty open about their way of doing this. Like, they're really, really open about it. I think because there's not really any sort of legal recourse in this situation, this kind of targeted harassment campaigns just kind of go on for a while until it fizzles out, until they get fucking bored when they don't get any, when they don't get the actual fucking goals that they wanted out of it. But once again, it really doesn't matter until there is like a legitimate institution that actually gives these guys the credibility. They have no motion. Here's how this bad faith criticism of your content comes off to Normie. She doesn't want you obsessively, but finds you hot and usually correct. Yeah, I saw this already. Yeah, it's insane. And it's also like really crazy because they also started this process by just basically fucking. They started this process by like photoshopping me as like a Hamas militant and shit. So it's also a healthy dose of Islamophobia in the process too. Yeah. Do not stop pushing on Twitch. Their advertisers are dropping like flies. Go send a few emails this morning. CC's in the media as well. Send emails. Advertise on twitch.com. This is their Discord that they're using, the brigade. This is their Discord that they've been using actively to like send every advertiser on Twitch emails, like mass email campaigns being like, these guys are anti-Semitic. Like this Hasan guy, he's anti-Semitic. And all this shit. In before they try to weaponize this clip. What is this?
You can hand him that. ad if you want. Here you go.
You have to complete the fit. It's the world's most powerful.
Don't shoot it, actually.
What is it?
It's a water gun.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you can shoot the table if you want.
Or shoot the window.
You gotta shoot the camera?
Jeez. All
That's
right.
Crazy.
Brother,
Okay, that's enough.
you know how close you were to...
It was crazy. That water gun is incredible, by the way. That's how you protest something? Lamau crazy. A political community doesn't understand that. That's how you protest something? What do you mean? By just fucking lying? What do you... First of all, you have to understand there is a valid protest, okay? And then there's like idiotic shit. You can't just like make stuff up about a person and then be like, I'm just protesting. No, you're quite literally, you're protesting reality at that point, okay? What do you mean? That's how you protest, Lamau? They admit that they're lying, you fucking idiot. Like all the time. There's a difference between a serial defamation operation, okay, that is cynically launched to unban their favorite content creator who got banned for violating terms of service so fucking ridiculously, right? Versus like protesting someone, like people launching protest campaigns to this degree over Asmongold with like a shit ton of videos that he has where you could just like clip stuff where he's talking about like, I don't know, immigrants or whatever, or watching like these right-wing content creators or whatever. Like that's one thing, right? And even then, I would not be an advocate to like take away all of the advertisers from the fucking platform. I think that's insane because I'm not a psychopath. Because regardless of the fact that I don't use advertisers, regardless of the fact that I don't give a shit about advertisement in general, like I understand that other people do. There's small content creators on this fucking platform that are having their revenues ripped for this like insane propaganda, insane defamation operation that these guys have launched. And most people don't understand it because most people don't pay attention to what the fuck is going on. They just simply see LSF posts or like people that aggregate content off of LSF and just go along with it. Please go over the LSD CEO Dan post. I don't get what is happening. What is LSD CEO Dan post? I hope they can get Twitch to join you in a crusade on this kind of behavior. I don't know what the fuck they would do, honestly. Yeah. Oh, what is this? This guy? Absolutely nothing about this video is true. Hasan's coverage of the DNC wasn't even remotely as critical as others there. The DNC gave an entire booth in the press area to Epoch Times. Fox News was there, so spare me. And other creators there weren't there to boost Dems. They were there to cover the event, just like reporters were. The media's job, whether new media or old, is not to do PR for the Democrats. This person is so deeply ignorant. I don't know what the fuck this person is saying. I haven't seen it, but...
Small gripe.
Small gripe? Yeah, fucking Matt Walsh was there, dog. What the fuck are you talking about? Harassment campaign against Twitch using fake screenshots of anti-Semitism on the platform. Oh, nice. The change went live. If this case isn't clear, any advertiser that supports Twitch in any way will be held accountable for supporting their behavior. Full-on anti-Semitism in its own category and tier will not save ad revenue. Dude, what the fuck? This is insane, dude. These screenshots are definitely fake. Sensitive social issues is presented as a stream category, but non-gaming categories must be first approved through Twitch's user voice forum. Also, the change that Twitch made to address anti-Semitism issues on the platform was to create a political and sensitive social issues. Like, what is happening? These guys are Kick streamers, by the way, which makes it even funnier because they all stream on Kick. And that is literally an emote on Kick. Like, anyone that posts this as a fucking meme is anti-Semitic, okay? Anyone that posts this shit as a meme is obviously not, at the very least, they don't care about anti-Semitism, okay? This is literally open, out and about, fucking Nazi-style coordinated smear campaigns where they're trying to just be like, oh man, I can't believe it. Hasan, it's fake. No, I know it's fake. That's what I'm saying. Of course it's fucking fake. You're kind of getting lost in the sauce, dude. Kick doesn't even have ads. That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, the reason why they don't fucking have ads is because they have insane content. They have extreme content. They don't have a terms of service. Twitch does. That's not what happens when platforms show extreme content. No offense, but you talk about rapes, etc. It's kind of inevitable. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. I am a news broadcaster. Like, so is CNN. CNN talks about this shit too. They have fucking a shit ton more ads than I do. I don't even have ads. They're not going after my ads. They can't go after my ads. I don't even fucking run ads now that my contract is up, dumbass. That's why they're trying to go after the entire platform for even like hosting me. And it's not even working. So that's the other part of the story that we haven't even gotten to. Okay? The part of the story that we never even got to is that not only are these guys like cynically doing this shit, and not only are they so omega unhinged, right? Here, there's more. Send emails, DM me or Dan if you get a response. Do not stop pushing on Twitch. Advertisers are dropping like flies. And then they got Richard Lewis to like write an article apparently. But it turns out it's not even fucking happening. If there's anything you feel missing from this site, let me know. Latest and greatest stuff, ideally. This website basically streamlines that entire advertising email to call to action Dan did earlier. Go nuts. Same deal as before. Send me a message here or in DMs if you get a response. New York Post, Richie Torres' article on the New York Post. Twitch has become a hotbed of extremism and hateful rhetoric against the West and Jewish people. Dan Clancy is allowing streamers such as Hasan to openly promote hate and terrorism. This needs to be stopped. Sign this petition and demand action. I'm just letting folks know I contacted my House representative on Monday when Dan made the call to action and got through to her directly. She was very interested in hearing what happened and was going to look into it. I contacted her again yesterday for updates and she spoke to her staff. She had gotten 5 to 6 calls from folks during the week, all talking about the Twitch ban on Israel and was planning on doing congressional committee with other interested congressional folks. I let Dan know this and he suggested I join the Discord to post the information here. It has having an effect. Media buyer here. Multiple brands are looking into buying Twitch ads right now. Lots of big brands don't see all this yet. No, because they don't give a fuck. It's Christmas time. Are you kidding me? Holiday season is when they have like the most fucking advertising on the platform. The following list is a senior staff with the House of Representatives, an email template for contacting said representatives. Some individuals may have been removed, kicked out of their position. Ensure the individuals you send an email to, in fact, hold the position and listed before you send an email. The thing is, if I was legitimately this massive anti-Semitic, like Nazi terror lover that they try to fucking present me as, this would be valid to do. Okay? Straight up. The problem is, a person like that would not be allowed on Twitch. They would have been banned a million years ago. As a matter of fact, this community, Destiny's community, was banned for doing shit like that already. That's the reason why they're doing this campaign. And it's so funny that, like, the reason why they're doing this mass harassment campaign, this mass coordinated campaign is straight up because they're on Kick and they can't come back on Twitch. So they're just fucking mad. They're bitter. And it's wild. It's one, not necessarily working all that well, with the exception of like the new content classification labels and a bunch of people that have caught strays in the process, because obviously whenever you capitulate to these fucking weirdos, these psychos, it ultimately doesn't, it doesn't do anything. They don't feel satiated. As a matter of fact, they, become even more rabid because now they feel like they got a taste of action. They got a taste of motion. They won't stop till he's back on Twitch or you lose your mind. Nothing will stop unless you sue them, to be honest. Yeah, it's just not gonna work to make me lose my mind. It doesn't fucking, I look at this as like the saddest thing people can do. I'm Jewish and I don't even remotely buy that they're doing this out of a genuine concern for Jewish people. Yeah, it was some of the Jewish content creators on this platform like Nandre and Ham and Cheddar that were genuinely frustrated about the Zionism designation that came as a consequence of Dan Saltman and Destiny going to the ADL and his community that, by the way, also calls their operations the Daliban, which is another fucking hilarious thing. Like they consider themselves to be cyber terrorists. You should just say you're reviewing your legal options. Easy peasy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Fucking Wikipedia just sent to a sitting member of Congress and everything Dan is linking. Twitch is pausing of account creations in Israel. TwitcherTerrorist.com. This wiki page provides a list of every link we have for the article. Please avoid linking anything we already have on this page. What we need: every instance of someone who contacted Twitch about why they couldn't get an account. Every instance of someone who emailed. Oh yeah, they also, this is the other, they call themselves the Hezbollah Brigades as well. Community dedicated to documenting the anti-Semitism of Turkish colonizer Hassan Piker and the Sultan of the Twitch Empire, Dan Clancy, as well as other streamers. How fun, dude. I recommended you to my normie older bro for your election coverage. He really enjoyed it. Now he texts me that he doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. No, I absolutely think these orbiters calling Congress people is dangerous and can stack with ADL, APAC, pressure, etc. Yeah. They're moving on to doing conspiracy theories that your merch designs are AI generated now. They absolutely are not. Likely AI generated? What the fuck? Outline runs differentiate foreground. Me trying to prove Hasan is merch is AI made. What? Brother, get a job, dude. Please get a job. Please. Please get a fucking job. Please, dude. Don't they get off on your attention? Most neat behavior in existence. I know. We need to do a fucking massive work program for sure for all these guys. Unfortunately, it is their job. No, they're doing this shit for free, and they're doing this because they are permanently jobless. So, like I was saying, we have the stock guy who was complaining about like advertising revenues going down for him, but he does talk about like news and information. So he might have been like classified with the new political designation as a consequence of doing news coverage no matter what. And he did an election stream. Yeah, they're probably that could be part of the reason why he was like slapped with the news and politics designation. So that might have led to a revenue loss for him, which is again unfortunate. But it seems like a lot of the content creators on this platform that aren't doing any sort of political coverage whatsoever have not experienced revenue loss from advertising at all.
Thoughts on the adpocalypse? There's no adpocalypse going on. Yeah, there's no adpocalypse happening. None of our ad revenue has changed. None of the ad revenue of any streamer that I know has been changed. I know that there was some problems with specifically certain tags that were on Twitch that people were talking about, but none of our shit has had problems. Yeah. None of it. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. You know what an adpocalypse means? Adpocalypse means the entire platform is getting shit on. Our Ferret Rescue runs off of ad revenue. Hasn't changed a dime.
Yeah. Misgive, I'm surprised to see you not banned for spreading DPRK terrorist propaganda. Yeah, you need to keep being surprised if you think that that is like something that tracks with most normal people. By the way, that Lacey clip people are sharing about his ad rev, people don't see what he said afterwards. It was bait.
I will not be streaming anymore. Revenue does not go back up to what it needs to be. I will not be streaming anymore. Simple as that. $10 out of 10 bait, that's gonna hit on Twitter. Chat, how many hate comments is that gonna get on a Scuba Ryan Twitter reply? How many hate replies is that one gonna get? How many, chat? Yoxic hate thread incoming? So many?
Yeah. By the way, that Dan guy saw this Pirate Software clip and immediately started calling him anti-Semitic and a Jew hater because he didn't use his talking websites for proof. Wait, shut the fuck up. Hilarious that these people think that there is absolutely no First Amendment right to say things. They want more censorship than Nazi Germany, Lamau. Yeah, this was like last week.
I'm the best rage baiter.
This was like last week. And so a lot of like, I think there are valid concerns for a lot of content creators that are getting hit with like the politics CCL, content classification label. Because it's a new label, they haven't started selling ads towards that label yet. And I'm sure inevitably they will start putting ads, like slotting in ads to that label as well. But as far as like the rest of the platform, like these guys are saying, Dan tried to recruit Pirate Software into his harassment campaign. Pirate Software blocked Dan on Twitter. They're so fucking gross and weird, man. It doesn't make sense. Like I don't even think XQC is going to be on board with this shit. Like, I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but the only person who's bit this has been like Asmongold. This is Dan literally making threats about going after you in this community.
You know what's so fucked up is this fucking little weasel rat. I mean, it's okay because I'm doing the same thing. See, this is what you guys don't get. This is what you don't get. You don't play the game. You don't play it strong enough. You're over here like, Dan, do not bring up that he went to a brothel. Yes, it was raided, but in the end, they didn't find enough crimes to shut them down. He has no issues clip chipping me. Okay? He's fine doing it. Why the fuck would I not do it in return? Okay?
What is he talking about? Dude, it's getting completely unhinged and completely out of fucking control.
Hey, he wants to like do out of context fucking clips at me. You know what? That's fucking 420 blaze it. Let's go. YOLO. Do it. Because you know what? There's not that many clips of me that you can take out of context. There's a few, but I got a lot that I can do for you. I'm winning this battle. So you know what?
He's literally openly saying, I'm gonna like actively pursue my defamation campaign. That's crazy.
You got my approval. Let's do it. Out of context battle. Fucking you go first. Right here with this one right here, saying that my whole mission is to get Steve unbanned. Go ahead, Clancy, and I'd be happy to figure out a way forward for him to.
For those of you who don't know, these are some of Destiny's little orbiters. This man.
I'll have you know that I am not a little orbiter. I am a big, important, thick orbiter. Okay. Also.
Oh. Bro, have some fucking self-respect. God damn, you're like 50 years old, man. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, this is so sad. Oh. Yo, this entire dude, his entire community is so busted. These vibes are so bad. I don't know what to say. I'm a big orbiter, not a little one. I'll have you know. Oh my God. By the way, the brothel thing is crazy because he openly admitted that he knows. He openly admitted that he knows that they were fucking raided for tax evasion, basically. Like he's saying, like, it's fine. They weren't raided for sex trafficking, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep lying about it. Okay. Sick, man. Have fun.
So, what's going on with your hair?
200K to 28K fell off. I know, it's over. My career is done. I should hang it up today. I should hang it up tomorrow. I'm done.
There, big man. Why is your hairstyle so bad? What the fuck's on your microphone also? Not good. This guy just looks fucking weird. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I mean, I don't know what to say. I see two men on the screen. Oh, wait. You can't see. Hold on. Ooh, that's awkward. Let me just go ahead. See, I see two men on the screen here. And I happen to think that one of them is more handsome than the other. That's just me. Okay? But anyways, let's continue.
We used to have conversations back.
Back when you weren't a fucking terrorist. Yes. Or at least you were a terrorist in training, and I thought it was a joke.
In the day. You know, quite pleasant conversations as a man.
We talked about the fucking blood of landlords running down the streets. The most pleasant of conversations.
Matter of fact. Yeah, dude. The shit that he used to say was infinitely more unhinged. Especially back then. It's so weird that he's acting like he was legitimately offended by that. That's so funny. I think he's genuinely struggling with being featured on stream. He's not used to it. Yeah, I do feel like this is Hasananon. It's reaching like, remember the levels of mania that I've talked about before? With like Trump supporters that will go to the level of like hallucination where they talk about how Trump is hot. Like, I don't understand why he's like trying to attack the one thing, the one thing that even Destiny's community objectively will point to be like, he only has fans because he's hot. He's like, yeah, he's ugly. All right, man. Cool. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. My man's looking like the manager of a bowling alley, specifically so he can hit on 17-year-olds over here, 50 fucking years old online, talking about how he is the big orbiter of a dude whose most famous moments are him being cucked and absolutely getting destroyed by an academic who was significantly more knowledgeable than him. Like, that's the guy you've attached yourself to, that you're like, I'm a big orbiter. I'm a big boy. One day we're going to take him. But his brain has just been so fucking broken by being Destiny's orbiter and his co-host on his podcast that he has been spending an unimaginable amount of time.
They fear me. You know why? Because I'm fucking retarded. And remember I talked early on about the triangle of danger? I am the triangle of danger, okay? This is it. I got all three, okay? They fear us. They fear the triangle, and they should. They should fear the triangle. You should run.
What are you doing? No. Bro, this is so sad. Why are you doing this to yourself, man? Oh my God. He thinks bro thinks he's an anime villain because he made like 8 cyber stalking websites. To be like, we're sending mass emails to every advertiser. We're gonna take down Twitch. I'm the Joker. I am the one who knocks.
You should not say Voldemort's name because he will fucking come after you. You should just sit there.
Oh, ew, Voldemort.
And be happy that I'm focused on Dan Clancy and just let me use you as the tool that you are to get to Dan Clancy. I don't give a shit about you. Just sit there and shut the fuck up. Do your fucking terrorist propaganda. Let me get my regime change underway. And if you're lucky, you'll come out of this thing without any fucking issues. Okay? That's what's going to happen if you're lucky. You keep fucking with me, and I'll show you what I'm about. Okay? And what I'm about is effective action in policy and outreach and activism. Okay? Did I say activism twice? I think so. You can do a lot with a single fucking email, okay? You can do a lot by being genuine and talking to someone on the phone. These are things that your fans are too afraid to do because they have PTSD about the idea of talking to another person, and they have to have like a therapy session about it. I don't. I will call into fucking the brave Mujahideen soldiers, Dan Crenshaw's fucking line. I'll break bread with Dan Crenshaw. I will talk about his lost eye, and I will talk about the man who made fun of it. You know what's so fucked up?
What do they think happens if you if Dan gets replaced? If the next person comes in and just immediately bans you? Probably. I think that's what they think. This loser only came online in his 20s to sell CS:GO hacks, became the owner of Tiny Chat, and got caught messaging minors. Plays not like us. I don't know anything about this fucking dude. I don't know enough about his background. I just know that he's an edgy boy, just like Destiny. These people who are, these people who are well into their adulthood age-wise with children. I don't know if he has kids or not, or a wife, but these are guys who have not let go of the halcyon days of 4chan poll. They're literally just it's I don't really want to talk about it any further. It's just sad. we need to get these guys some jobs or something else to worry about. Doesn't this guy seem scary enough to actually do harm? He's stalking, defaming, and actively threatening you. What's stopping you from taking legal actions? Nothing, really. He's just a fucking loser. It doesn't do anything. Like, they're making that video speaks for itself, I think. Unless your brain is like genuinely fried from doing too much Reddit, you probably look at a guy like that and go, okay, there's something wrong with this person. Like, he is far too invested in this. But yeah, as I was talking about, it seems like the Adpocalypse thing wasn't, or it hasn't happened in the way that they're claiming. I think that they just wanted to get more motion. Comparing what Pirate Software said to
systemic
Auschwitz.
To the executive leadership team. And then he blocked me. And he said that, like, I was name calling him or something. So, actually, I should be fair and read his.
This guy's on Kick, dude. It's so funny that he's on the fucking neo-Nazi pedophile platform talking about how anti-Semitic Twitch is, dude. Asman is blaming you now. He can suck my dick if he actually is blaming me. I'm assuming that half the chat is just fucking clipping shit that he's saying out of context. But it's kind of weird because yesterday he took credit for it, and now he's like, actually, I've decided Hasan is, Hasan is the reason. They don't care about being hypocrites. They care about winning. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
His response, if I can see it. Let's see. Here it is.
This one? What is this?
Trying to put that kind of hateful statement in a quote while referring to me is outrageous. I've blocked you as a result of this and nothing else. It's clear that you're not familiar with my content, considering this thread that you've made towards me either. Twitch needs to make action, and finally, Twitch needs to take action, and finally is, even if it is small. I'm glad they're at least doing something, and I can never agree with the inflammatory stances you've taken here. You know what this guy, in my mind, what I've heard is, like, the neighbors have complained about the killing of Jews and the smell, and the Nazi factory has put a filter on the fucking stacks. And he's like, listen,
what the fuck? Bro, they're trying to make this a beef between you and Asman. Don't fall for it. You can always just reach out to him directly. His dad was in the chat the other day saying he doesn't want you banned. Yeah. I don't know why Asman thinks that this is like if he thinks that this is like a solid approach, like, he's wrong. And I've correctly called out that he would not appreciate the waters that he was the treacherous waters that he was engaging in. And it seemed like there was a turning point when he apologized for the inferior cultures deserve to be genocided take. There's already news articles stating he already claimed being the reason for the Adpocalypse. Twitch could actually sue for tortious interference. Tortious interference is a common law tort allowing to claim damages against a defendant who wrongfully interferes with the plaintiff's contractual or business relationships. I mean, I don't know. They're talking shit. Asmin isn't blaming you. People just want drama. Yeah. I think his audience probably wants Asmongold to blame me more than just like taking credit for it, because I feel like narratively that plays a better, like that plays better overall. But it is crazy to say that there is like inconsistencies in the way that the terms of service is applied, right? When, you know, obviously a panel of content creators from the Arabs podcast, including an Arab Jewish person, were banned for saying that Sabra hummus, designating Sabra hummus as a you know, the shittiest version of hummus, somehow being an anti-Semitic hate crime for 30 fucking days is insane. Okay? Absolutely insane. The inconsistency is right there. It's not in the other way. The inconsistency isn't right-wingers are getting a real tough time at Twitch. You know? Real tough. This is the clip that people wanted me to watch. Asmin's audience has literally been taken over by Twitter right-wingers. Remember the DEI shit started? They were elated how Asmin is the normie voice for them. Yeah, I know. He has not fully realized his position yet. Checked him the other day, and he was honestly questioning whether his community was right-wing. That is the most insane thing. Hasan, stop giving these guys attention. Brother, while this isn't close to the Adpocalypse shit, it is like a treacherous territory. I do have to speak the truth. Like, what do you mean? Nah, I should just let one of the largest content creators on the platform just straightforwardly fucking drive the narrative off of a fucking cliff. That, like, that it is I that is responsible for the apocalypse, and not like this rabid fucking community that is literally doing everything and anything and everything they can to you know, openly defame me and try to get some kind of fucking motion in an area where, you know, in an area where obviously I am not anti-Semitic. Like, you can see thousands of hours of commentary on that issue alone that I have dedicated to. Have you spoken to D viewers IRL? They're beyond delusional and broken. No, I don't think I've ever encountered a Destiny viewer in the wild, with the exception of that one guy. Okay. That was like, I'm shaking. And then we found out that he was like a fucking massive racist. What is this? This is the last clip we're going to see from this fucking loser.
Okay. Hasan is appearing on Cutie Cinderella's popularity contest. Hold on. How do I get to that? Where? Link me this.
I had a friend who was a Destiny fan. It was a nightmare how much he talked about hating Hasan. Yeah, I mean, that's like most of his content. So it's weird. Like, it's weird that his audience is also that fucking invested in it.
Link me.
Asmin was
whatever
watching
the fuck
clips
that
of
is.
AOC
There's
holding
no
a
way.
hearing with the Trump admin officially.
I mean, if Cutie Cinderella wants to fucking host Hasan, that's on her. Oh, I don't give a shit. If Cutie and her friends are all friendly with Hasan, that's their right to do. And as I mean, listen, I'm happy to add them all of their shit. If they want to support like anti-Jewish,
I'm going to add you into the list. What are you doing, bro? Do you hear yourself? Like, brother, you gotta take a breather. You gotta step outside a little bit. Holy shit. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, wow, if you're hanging out with Hasan, the terrorism lover, well, it seems like you are about to be on the list. Please, man. You're, again, pushing 50. What the fuck? Oh my Lord. Yeah, you know how I always speak about how I wish a lot of people that operate like this online well, like I want them to get better. I want them to not be this invested in this fucking operation. And I feel like they'll be happier overall. I don't think we can save this man.
shit, I am happy to add that to all the shit that I'm doing with Congress. I don't give a shit. Hasan creates fucking terrorists, okay? That's a fact. He creates terrorists. He creates people that fucking hate Jews for no other reason. And if you're going to support him, I am more than happy to have your faces right next to his with whatever else. You know what's going on, okay? Ignorance is not a fucking explanation for it moving forward. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't. The terrorist vibes might not be as poggers as they were in the past. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, dude. I want to terrorize America with some fucking healthcare, baby. Yeah. Isn't that just open defamation? Dude, we live in the United States of America, okay? Wait, didn't he say you weren't his target like 2 clips ago? Yeah, of course he doesn't care about anything that he's saying, okay? He's out of his fucking mind. Yeah, why does this clown and D sound identical? Their brains are melted. That's why. What is this? Let's see.
Hasan clearly is like one of the biggest proponents of this. I would say he is the biggest proponent to a lot of the contention around the, quote, adpocalypse.
Yeah. No.
He's the main reason why this is like 90% of the examples that are being used.
Yeah. Is me being anti-Semitic and being pro-terrorism. Thank you, Asman.
Are him. Like, or maybe not 90, it might be 80, 70%. But it's like the majority of all examples on the entire platform are all Hasan. So, yeah, very clear.
That didn't ring any alarm bells for you at all? Like, not even a little bit? Like, do you think this is a genuine operation? Like, do you think I'm genuinely a anti-Semitic person? 700 upvotes, 300 comments, top of LS7 50 minutes. Of course, dude. The method is always the same. It's just funny because like half of the fucking people that are doing this are legitimately anti-Semitic. Like, actually.
Very clearly, this is the reason why it's happening. Now, you can say that it's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. But you can't say it's not happening, or that's not the reason.
Talk to Asman again. He's getting brain broken. I don't think I can change his mind.
It's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. Of course, I think he probably knows what's going on. I mean, of course he does. And totally right. Blocking Israel and happening. Now, you can say that it's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. But you can't say it's not happening, or that's not the reason. So blocking Israel and ADL memes? Oh, no, that's definitely bad. But I'm talking about people's actions on the website. Of course, there are other things like them blocking Israel and things like that, too. You're totally right. So, and Hasan probably has no clue what's going on. I think he probably knows what's going on. I mean, of course he does. And so people see Hasan can get away with it and they start doing it too. Maybe, right? He changed the video after the Mizkif part. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to start drama, but I think it is pretty. Knows. And this is the problem, is that, like, I ran into the same problem that Ludwig is running into right now. And so, like, this is what I did about it. Because I covered drama with people that I was friends with, and then the way that I covered it didn't align with, like, what the public sentiment was. And because it didn't align with what the public sentiment was, people thought that I was being biased. So I don't think that we should spend a lot of time talking about whether Ludwig is lying or not, because it doesn't matter and none of us really know that. But what we can say is that very clearly a lot of people believe that he is. And this is a problem that I've run into many times.
It's sad that you can speak about how any viewer can come in and see you're not this and that, but then other content creators can't just give you the same respect and just make up stuff or watch out of context stuff you say. Well, it must be true. What the fuck? Make it make sense. Stop the delusion. You have never changed his mind and never could. He's bad faith, man. I don't think I can change his mind is what I'm saying. I don't think I can change his mind. Streaming looks like such a bad environment. Drama destroys friendships and community. It's really making me sad for real. I don't know why they keep saying they block users in Israel. I literally made another account on the 9th of June. I think that there was one method that was blocking new Israeli viewers from creating a new account, but it was also Palestinian viewers as well using the same ISPs. No, don't talk to him again. Not to tell you how to partake in your relationships with other streamers, but if I were you, I would never give this fuckface the time of the day. Respectful combos. Seriously, I'm so sad that it's happening to you, mate. Regardless of how you feel about it, how you feel about it yourself. I don't think it's as big as a deal as like we are making it in our little echo chamber is what I'm saying. I don't think that we're. Yeah, email account formation was blocked. Phone number still worked. But they always conveniently leave out Palestine was blocked too. Yeah, because the entire thing is cynical. It's a cynical way to build up a narrative. And it hasn't actually worked. Like, it hasn't really worked that much, which is why they're pissed off and they try to like tack on new shit. And they're just going to keep trying to pile it over and over again. And not only are they making stuff, not only are they, clipping shit out of context, they're just straight up lying now. You know what I mean? I showed you the examples of like the anti-Semitic meme that Dan Saltman posted saying that like Twitch is doing anti-Semitism. They put Nazi music over a clip of me and Nick to make it seem like I was playing Nazi music. It's there is no end to the depravity, is what I mean. Like, they don't care. They doctor chats. Like, they don't give a shit. But like, you have to understand, these guys are doing the same fucking shit that like people used to do during the Gamergate era, And it's not entirely about like Israel either. I think that a lot of the people that are doing this saw that there is at least enough like there are enough like people with institutional legitimacy that are on the pro-Israel side that will take any opportunity to fucking silence criticisms of Israel. So they've attached themselves to this meta. They've attached themselves to like the ADL because they know that like the ADL will come after any organization that is critical of Israel. And, they do have some level of motion. They're not as well respected as they used to be. I have a few clips you should see from these guys. Who do I send them to? You can send them to the mods. Going after the Z word is such a straw man for talking about why an actual genocide is occurring or allowed to occur. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Like I said, it's pretty wild because like this is a very deliberate way. This is a very deliberate way to just basically fucking stop any sort of discourse from happening. Like any sort of discourse. This isn't like someone who is legitimately being anti-Semitic or someone who's like whipping up their audience to do acts of terror or some shit, like a dangerous person that must be stopped or anything like that. This is just straightforwardly a very obvious instance of like direct censorship, because the context in which we talk about Hezbollah or Hamas or any number of these different like organizations that are classified as non-state actors, terrorists, is academic. Like, yeah, I fuck around, I make jokes, but ultimately the purpose is literally educational. I'm offering historic context, historical analysis, historical context to this conversation. It's just like literally what you would. It's exactly the type of conversations you would be having in a college lecture. Now, you can clip something out of context and be like, oh, this is what you would do in a college lecture, and then like show like the fucking Houthi music video or some shit like that. But ultimately, yes, like I have had actual academic lecturers on, like heads of departments on, to have these exact same conversations, right? And that is what their gripe is. Their gripe is, I don't like that you're talking about this. Well, some people's gripe is just that I exist and am able to be successful in this space, and they just want to stop that to the best of their ability. But other people like ADL and all these other places like that will, other organizations that are, you know, attaching themselves to this very obvious like smear campaign, they're doing that because they don't want any sort of discourse to exist. I think you also not responding to most of this also makes these guys go crazy. Epically a former podcast co-host of yours. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Bro, it's got nothing to do with what you're saying. The mans just hate you. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that for like the major harassment has been occurring for the past 5 years. This is just like they did this with the cracker shit, right? They did this with the cracker ban, where Twitch responded and then everyone made fun of Twitch for banning me because everyone was like, what do you mean anti-white racism? You're like, shut the fuck up. And it was ridiculous. It was mostly ridiculous. It was so ridiculous that like, obviously, it was so ridiculous that you know, Nabisco sent me a fucking cracker pass, right? That's how ridiculous it was. Having said that, however, in this circumstance, like anti-Semitism is real in a way that anti-white racism is silly. Anti-Semitism is very real. Okay, it's valid. It's a real bigotry, very dangerous bigotry. So the process is diluted and muddied when you have institutions that are supposed to be going after real anti-Semitism and logging real incidents of anti-Semitism. When they use that institutional legitimacy they have to go after any kind of critic of Israel. And that's precisely what's happening here. It's just like positive anecdote about how to help someone examine their anti-Semitic. Hasanabi checked my anti-Semitism. Help me check my anti-Semitism. I'm a brown dude that grew up in a religiously Muslim conservative household and country. It's common to hear sentiment Jews control the media. Jewish people are secretly in charge of the global financial order amongst people here. It's also easy to go along with and pair the talking points of people around you, and it's difficult to completely uproot an idea from your head that you've been brainwashed into believing because you've heard it repeated over and over from the moment you were born. I spent a good chunk of my life thinking this generalization was true to some extent. However, my understanding of the issue completely changed after hearing Hasan speak on the issue multiple times. Hasan helped me identify that Jewish people, much like Muslims, are not a monolith. They're a diverse group of people living all across the world with completely different worldviews and upbringing from one another. The only common denominator is their religion, and even that is a questionable denominator at best, since people are religious to varying degrees. Hasan helped me broaden my understanding of anti-Semitism, where it comes from, and how it's been historically used as a tool to dehumanize Jewish people in order to commit atrocities against them. I now see Hasan cynically being labeled as an anti-Semite, and it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious because Hasan actually helped me empathize with and better understand Jewish people, much like he did with the trans community. A story for another time. If I watched and I listened to the people that labeled him an anti-Semite, I would have never even have been able to examine my own anti-Semitism because these people never educate their audience on the issue. They don't want to talk about identifying it or how to combat it. They just use anti-Semitism as a debating point or when they're cornered in a discussion. It's reminds of organized debates in schools where I'd have to argue for or against a position that I have no personal investment in or did not agree with because I have to win the debate, you know? Anyway, I'm thankful that someone like Hasan exists, someone that can combat and teach you about anti-Semitism while simultaneously combating Islamophobia and advocating for the Palestinian cause. More power to him and all the Hasanabi heads. Is that your alt? Yeah, brother, it's my alt. I logged into my alt, Wade Bear's esophagus, to fucking write this. That's my job. My job, my primary goal. Okay, my primary fucking goal is if you have anti-Semitic tendencies, I'm here to eradicate that. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you question your social conditioning, how you arrived at that point and why it's wrong. If you have transphobic tendencies, my job is to explain to you why this is wrong. Okay? And I think I've been quite successful in doing so. And that's why I have this wonderful community that has grown over time. The people who are not happy with it are likely the same group of people rooting for harassment campaign that led the so-called adpocalypse. Also, do we really have legit confirmation of an adpocalypse? The first I heard of it was a campaign with Dan Sullivan attacking Twitch CEO because he couldn't unban Destiny. They have now morphed into calling the most TOS informing platform anti-Semitic while ignoring YouTube and Kick. To add a little more context, Dan had an axe to grind because he's also Jewish and Hasan was displaying terrorist propaganda. Okay. To add more context, a lot of Hasan's community are Jewish and he hasn't denied the atrocities. It's a cynical campaign claiming to stand against anti-Semitism where their advocacy Discord group stops at criticizing Hasan. That community generated a bunch of bot messages and sent them to advertisers. Because Destiny, their fearless leader, is banned off the platform. You don't get monetized if there are tags on your stream, which include politics. The rest are fine. But politics being a tag is a stretch. There was an Iranian stream who had Iran in their title to attract Iranian viewers, and his stream was demonetized because of his existence as political with Iran and being an adversary of America. These little fascists sure feel emboldened after Trump got elected. Yeah, 100%. No, you don't understand, bro. It's totally organic. When DG Post gives 100 plus upvotes and 50 plus comments, all by Destiny users in minutes of being posted on certain subs. They all just organically stumbled upon the post within minutes of each other. No brigading whatsoever. It's totally organic. I like that people recognize it, though. People really love to hate Hasan, huh? I don't really like the guy, but to act like he's the reason advertisers are pulling out and not the guy literally instructing his followers to spam email advertisers because of his personal grudge is insane. He literally is look into it more. Also, 80% of advertisers have not left Twitch. What the fuck?